Welcome back to Super Mario RPG, where I am determining the most important thing, which is what dress to wear into battle. See, I kept the princess with the royal dress on through this playthrough, but I'm gonna put the lazy shell on now, like I usually do when I play through this game, because of the fact that I don't want her to die. It's going to lower her magic attack by quite a bit, but she will be practically invincible with the lazy shell on, and she's gonna keep the party alive. And with that out of the way, it is time for the grand finale of Super Mario RPG, as I hop into this weird crane mechanism that for some reason comes over here when the button is pushed, so I can use it to hop down this pipe. And, oh, that's what Smithy looks like. Huh. Doesn't look like much of a sword to me. I don't know what that commercial was talking about. And look, there's the last star piece. It looks kind of small on him, doesn't it? Like, I thought the star pieces were a lot bigger. How does it fit on your shirt? Looks like some weird Santa Claus king dude. Not gonna lie, after all the build-up, I can't say he's my favorite design in the game. He's, I don't know. It's okay. Okay, now when I saw this image in the book, in the player's guide, I thought that this battle would be the one time you get to fight with all 5 of your characters at the same time. So I looked ahead in the player's guide before I beat the game for the first time, because I'm a terrible, terrible human being. But it turns out that no, this is just the pre-fight banter, even though it's on the same background as the fight itself. And it's just your usual 3 people. Alright, let's start off with some good old-fashioned super jumping. $39, not bad. Whoa, almost 800 damage. That's pretty impressive. Wow. Okay, so you can see we have 2 targets here. We got Smithy and we got Smelter. That little brass-colored mouth glory hole over on the left. Now Smelter, he was what was shooting out all that goo in the pre-battle scene, and Smithy can use him to create minions. But if you take out Smelter, then he won't do that anymore. But I don't care, because he's probably not gonna last. Smithy's not gonna last that long anyway. And when Smithy goes down, I don't have to worry about Smelter anymore. So usually I take that out, but I got the super suit. Look at this, 400 damage just with a regular attack, and I haven't even boosted him yet. Again, Mario is a one-man army at this point. Everybody else exists just to keep Mario afloat. Meteor Swarm was one of my favorite-looking attacks in the entire game. Well, it doesn't look quite as cool if it's not a 60 FPS, but I guess that's my fault. Okay, this is Smelter in action. He's gonna do that. This game was rated K to A, wasn't it? Which was the predecessor of the E for everyone rating. Just so you know. K to A stood for kids to adults. Oh, that was... Yeah, I could do about as much with my lazy shell if I don't do a good... don't do a good super jump. As you can see, Mario and the princess are pretty much invincible at this point. That's one of his most direct and to the point attacks, just a giant hammer. And that's it! Like I said, didn't want to waste time messing with Smelter because who cares? Alright, there is a little more to it than this. This is just first form Smithy, and true Square Enix tradition. Obviously the final boss has to have more than one form, so So it turns out that Smithy did not build his evil lair to code. Granted, it looks like just a floating platform in the middle of nowhere, so I'm not surprised it's just gonna fall. Bye, Smelter. I didn't care about you in the first place. What a lovely blinding flash to mask that transition into our new battle background, which is this. It'll make a little more sense in a few seconds, I think. He hasn't even reached his final form. Okay, so Smithy is really this thing. Which makes all the Smithy heads in the background seem kind of weird. It's like, is Smithy just a creation as well? And if so, who made him? Alright, so this is Final Smithy. There are two parts of this, two targets I should say, Smithy's head and Smithy's body. You can see that right here. Now, you only have to kill the head to beat the game. The body is not as important. The head has 8,000 HP, and the body has 2,000 HP. Now, the head can transform between all these different forms. It's in its tank form right now, which is high on physical attacks and instant death blasts. The body can use the hammer and use a little handgun. If you defeat the body, then it can't move anymore. The head can still attack you, but the body can't. But it only lasts for a few turns, so I never really bother trying to take out the body because the body doesn't do that much damage anyway. It just distracts me from what I really want to do, which is to kill the head, which is what's important. Now, there are a few different heads. There's a tank head, which we're on right now. There's the magic head, which does, obviously, a lot of magic. There is the mask head, which just doesn't... I don't think it does all that much. Then there's the treasure head, which is a treasure chest that does a lot of status ailments, which shouldn't affect at least 2 out of 3 members of the party. Okay, so Magnum is an instant death, which it missed, so not terribly impressive. Yeah, let's mix things up a little bit. Oh, 8,000 damage, 8,000 HP. If I do 500 apiece, that's like a 16th of his total HP each round, or each attack with Mario, so this shouldn't take a terribly long time. So yeah, just use the princess to keep everybody alive, use Geno to boost, to buff them, and Mario will just kill everything, because that's what he does. Oh, there's Magnum again. And wow. I'm having some good luck, or Smithy just a terrible, terrible boss. No, I don't know. As a kid, it took me a long time to beat him for the first time. I'll be honest. Okay, this is the magic head. He's very weak to physical attacks, so I'm gonna do that. And he casts a lot of weird magic. Now he's got 4 hands, I think. I don't know why am I doing a super jump right now? I should just use the lazy shell. It's probably gonna do more damage than a magic attack anyway. Yeah, see, that wasn't even worth it. Okay, Magic Head specializes in attacks that wouldn't look out of place in a 1980s arcade machine. Look at that, 500 just from a Geno attack. He doesn't even have a super suit on. So yeah, if he stays in this form, this shouldn't take long at all, because look at that, 762, that's almost a 10th. Okay, Spear Rain is definitely an 80s arcade cabinet looking attack. Yeah, that's almost a 10th of his HP in one hit. I don't know if you wanted a more interesting fight, but this is... I'm just excited that it's so easy. It makes my 5th grade self feel really good. I don't know if we'll get to see all the different heads at this rate. Also, this final battle music kind of reminds me of, like, 60s surf music, or James Bond or something. Just a few points of it, I don't know. Ah, I love Meteor Swarm. It's so pretty. Only really hurts Gino. Which, kind of weird if you think about it, because he is a star. Okay, gonna see another head. Oh, just back to the magic head. Okay. Yeah, I'll be really surprised if we actually see the mask head and the treasure head. Yep, putting those newfangled pre-rendered graphics to the test with that spell, aren't we? He just sealed his own fate. Oh my god, that was it! That was literally it! We're just over 10 minutes into this video, and I've already beaten the game. See, kids, doing 100 super jumps is really worth it. That star got a lot bigger all of a sudden. Send the last one way up high. I don't know, I don't trust this anymore. After the last time, I just expect somebody to jump out and grab it from me. I mean, there's like a weird creepy face right behind me. It could do anything. It's not gonna do anything. I've been playing this game for over 20 years. Close to 25 years now. This game was 20 years old when I started playing it. For this playthrough. Oh my gosh. Because I started this playthrough in 2016. Now it's 2020. Hey, I collected those! Don't... now they're all going away. Thank you, everyone. The Star Road is back to normal, and I'm going to leave you all in the most dramatic way possible. Back away. These are my stars. Yes, love me stars. I'm awesome, I am so amazing. I'm the character everybody remembers from this game. And he's just a doll again. It's a thing! Oh, look at that thing. That thing makes me so happy. Whee! Yay, somebody catch it and put it in a jar. We can bring Link back to life later on. Oh, no, he got away. Dang it. Gino, get out of my menu screen. And so, with the Star Road restored, everything is back to normal. And somehow we got here immediately. I don't know how that happened. That was fast. Smithy, the sword is vanishing! Yeah, this guy didn't look that good before Smithy got here. And now we get to watch the 7 vignettes. Hooray for the monarchy! You rule over us because you were born into the right family and have no governing experience because you didn't even live here and you don't know any of us. I'm out of here. I'm walking away. Okay, I was at this castle before. It didn't look like that. We didn't do any damage to it. What happened to this? I guess Koopa had a wild party after the night after he got his castle back and just completely trashed the place. That's all I can figure out. And Jonathan Jones is there. He's there. He's sitting on a rock. That's very important. Very important. You know what happened to him is that he sat on a rock. It, like, ties his character together. And it turns out Krako's a Yoshi. A Yoshi who sucks at racing. And Raz and Rainy fighting? That's a sad ending for their marriage. Yeah, and a bunch of guys sing, and then a frog comes out of the hole, and blah, blah, blah. I don't get any credit for helping him compose all of his songs, which I actually stole anyway, so it's just double plagiarism. Todovsky sucks. Now this one I like, though. Aren't they made for each other? Also, who knew that Dodo was an ordained minister? And now it's time for the big money shot. The big CGI money shot. Whee! Yoshi, what are you doing here? You're in a different vignette. How are you in two places at the same time? And also, you were barely in this game at all, so you don't deserve this. You don't deserve this lot. Get out of here, stupid dinosaur. Okay, now, those of you who watch Dragon Ball Dissection might know that I am colorblind, therefore I did not realize that Luigi is actually in this game right here. That's him leading the parade. Now, I assumed it was Mario, because he's so tiny I couldn't tell the difference. And then I just totally forget that Mario shows up at the end too, so, you know, whatever. It's sort of like Yajirobe on the Dragon Ball spine art, and Goku on the spine art for that matter. There are two of them, you know, on there, so never really questioned it. Okay, so this is Super Mario RPG. Let me share my final thoughts on this. First of all, I can't believe that, like I was saying before, I started this Let's Play in 2016, almost 4 years ago. I think it'll be 4 years this summer. That, I'll be totally honest, that is kind of pathetic of me. And this game deserves better, and now it's at this point where I kind of want to play through the game again on my own, just because it feels like it's been so long since I played the game. At least certain parts of the game. Is this still one of my favorite games of all time? And it's both sad and also really satisfying that it's never actually gotten a sequel, because I feel like it makes the game a bit more special that that it kind of stands alone. And it does feel weird that there's so many people, especially younger people, who never actually played this game. There's so many spiritual successors to this game, you know, the Paper Mario series and the Mario and Luigi series, and they all borrow heavily from this. But this is where it all began, and I have to give, you know, like those other two series credit for taking its battle mechanics and only pushing it farther. But I don't know, this is my favorite depiction of the world that Mario inhabits. There's so many crazy fun things in it. The music was composed by the woman who'd go on to compose the music for Kingdom Hearts, I believe. And also the Mario and Luigi series, or at least the first game. So I played the first 3 Paper Mario games up through Super Paper Mario, and I played the first Mario and Luigi game, but I haven't played past that. And I love both of them. You know, maybe I'll do... If I do more Let's Plays in the future, I promise they won't take as long as this one did. But, you know, I wouldn't mind doing Paper Mario, although I much prefer the second game to the first one. The first Paper Mario is okay, but it's a little bit too cutesy for me. I love the cutesy aesthetic, but I feel like Thousand Year Door is almost a soft reboot of that game in a way, because, you know, it's basically the same layout, the same structure. You collect 7 stars, you have a hub world and go to different areas and have various teammates who are basically just menu functions, or field functions. But, I don't know, Thousand Year Door just feels so much sharper in its wit. Like, the characters look even cuter, but the way it's written is a bit more sophisticated, I feel. And, so I feel it captures the spirit of this game a bit more. Whereas Paper Mario, it looks cute, but it also is, you know, there's no bite to it, you know? While Thousand Year Door and Super Paper Mario both feel really clever. Super Paper Mario gets really dark, too. So there's a nice balance of tone there. So I'd say the first Paper Mario game is definitely my least favorite of the trilogy that I have played. It is so weird seeing Sakaguchi credited for a Mario game. He was the father of Final Fantasy after all. And speaking of Paper Mario, Paper Mario ends with an almost identical ending credit sequence with a parade, just with its characters and with Nintendo 64 and paper graphics, So if you've never played this game before, I mean, really, you really should check it out. It is on Virtual Console, correct? And it's on the SNES Mini, I believe? See, that's where Mario actually is, and I just always forget that he's at the beginning and the end. It took me years till somebody pointed out that Luigi was in this game. That is the one thing I will give the Paper Mario games credit, and Mario and Luigi, is that it actually has more Luigi in it. Oh, but here we go. It turns out that this game is actually a tragedy, and like all good tragedies, it ends with a death. You thought this was a happy ending, but you were wrong. Well, actually, the real tragedy is that I only bought one set of fireworks because I only wanted to buy fireworks to fight Culex. The thing is, if you buy more and more fireworks in the game, you get a better firework display at the end, and I have never ever cared enough to invest. I think you have to get like 5 to get the best one. I'm not going to spend 2,500 coins just to vaguely change the ending here. That mushroom looks perfectly fine to me. I don't need a stupid star. Who cares? I don't get 5 1-ups for it like in Super Mario Bros. 3, so who cares? Alright, but as I said, all good tragedies have to end in a character death, so... Here we see Geno return to his home, the Star Road, and he has decided to make the ultimate sacrifice by giving us the best ending we could have. Bam, he's dead. He exploded himself to make some D. What a guy. And that's why Geno doesn't show up in games anymore. Because he's dead. He's dead. Thank you for following me as I played Super Mario RPG. I will see you in the next video that I put out, whatever that might happen to be. You guys are the greatest. I love you. See you later. Bye.